Good morning, my beautiful friends. This is your wake-up call with Maui Paul. I am Maui Paul. We are here today to say some nice things about ourselves. And I want to say good morning to you, Amanda. Good morning, Brenda Jean. Good morning, Shauna. It is fantastic to see you ladies here this morning as we really are dedicated to improving our own internal monologue, those words that we say inside of our heads. And we're going to do that with my I am cards. I'm going to pull a card today, and I'm going to ask you if you are the affirmation on that card. As we do, what I'd like for you to do is for you to say out loud, I am that affirmation. As we affirm these things, we are completely changing our lives. And it's amazing how many people have come up to me and said something to the effect of, this broadcast, watching this broadcast every day has completely revolutionized the thoughts that I think about myself, and how cool that is. So yeah, so we're going to pull a card, and as we do, we're going to improve our own internal monologue. So without further ado, let me pull a card and say that today I am clever. I am clever. My solutions are creative and original. So I am clever. My solutions are creative and original. Are you clever? You are clever. Your solutions are creative and original. And I am going to write that down in the comments, and I encourage you to do so as well. Hearing me say it is one level of understanding. Saying it yourself is another level of understanding. And writing it down is a third. So I'm writing down that I am clever and that my solutions are creative and original. And there we go. And so it's really nice to see. Thank you, Amanda, for writing that down. You too, Lauren. Good morning, Brenda Jean. It is good to see you on the broadcast today. And yeah, so I am clever. My solutions are creative and original. And I think about how I have navigated life and how I typically do it in such a way as to really just bring to bear all of my own forces in such a way that is just creative and original, I guess. And so I think about this show. Every time this card comes up, I think about this show and how I was having such a hard time getting out of bed. And when I did get out of bed, I was having a really hard time doing my morning routine, even though I knew it was good for me. Even though I knew that pulling these cards were really good for me, I was always finding some kind of a distraction. And I recognized that I needed some external accountability, but I also recognized that I tend to kick against external accountability unless I do it for myself. And so that was the birth of this show. The birth of this show was my creative and original solution. Not only did I really want to share this sort of information with people, because that is in my own highest joy, but also I wanted to be able to get myself out of bed. And this accountability has been tremendously empowering for me, to the point now where I just jump out of bed and do it. But at the beginning, there were plenty of times when I just did not have the discipline to get out of bed in time, where I was hitting the go live button and I had literally gotten out of bed 45 seconds beforehand, or where I was 15 minutes late because I just didn't want to get out of bed. And I find that the same way that these I am statements have changed the lives of the people around me, they have changed my life as well. And so I am clever, and I recognize that. And I recognize that my solutions are not always the same solutions that everybody around me pursues, and yet they still work. And how important that is to understand about myself. And so this card is our permission slip today to pursue those bold solutions, to look at the problems that we currently have in life and say, how could I creatively solve that with the resources that I have? And how could I work within the confines of who I am? How could I know myself well enough to hack my own psyche? So Brenda Jean is actually very empowering, and she was very instrumental in helping me to understand exactly the things that I talked about. As she said that I'm the Gretchen Rubin rebel tendency. I do. I need choice and freedom and excitement to motivate me. And when somebody tells me to do something, that is the number one way to get me to not do it. When somebody tells me that I can't do something, I will generally do it just to be a fuck you to them. So I've noticed that, when I have external responsibility that I have chosen, then I will, out of a sense of excellence and out of a sense of that of responsibility to myself, responsibility to who I am, responsibility to my self-image, not necessarily responsibility to somebody who thinks that they're an authority over me, but rather responsibility to who I believe that I am. And that's why the words I am are so powerful to me, because the very words I am are a declaration of self. They are a declaration of self-understanding. So I am clever, and my solutions are creative and original. And when I came to an understanding that I didn't respond to external accountability, and I've known for years that I sure as hell can't respond to internal accountability, I was like, okay, well, how do I engineer some external accountability that I like? And I have always wanted to have a daily show, but obviously had never been able to hold myself accountable for it. So now I have a daily show, and that daily show does the things that I really want it to do. It helps to empower the people around me, and helps to spread love to the people around me, and helps to really build into the people, the people around me. And so it's really important for us to know ourselves. As we know ourselves, then we can apply original solutions that work for us. And those have long-term benefits. Those have staying power. The solutions this is why when we go to like a self-help seminar or something, most of the stuff that we hear is not applicable. It works. It really does work. But creating discipline just for the sake of having discipline does not work for most people. We have to create discipline that is in line with who we are. And that's really where this cleverness comes in my life. And I know that it's how it comes in yours too. Brenda Jean's talking about one of the other Gretchen Rubin tendencies as an upholder, that she meets internal and external accountability equally, but can get too rigid. And that's exactly something that I see that happens in her world. And so one thing that I like to do with Brenda Jean is to point out when she's being really rigid with herself and say, be easy with yourself, because nobody else is as hard on you as you are on you. And there's a lot of people like that too. So good morning to you, Amy Jo. I see that you've joined the broadcast. It's late. It's lovely to see you here. And I appreciate everybody here for really helping me to create this positive space on the internet. Now, we will be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. because I am clever enough to have set up myself a Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. And so we will be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. And as we come back, I will be going through yet another one of these I am cards. Now, these cards are a physical thing. I have created them. And if you would like a deck of these, simply send me a private message and I will happily get you a deck and tell you what needs to happen in order for that exchange to take place. But anyways, I will see you guys tomorrow at 9 a.m. And we will go through yet another one of these I am cards. We'll pull the final one of the week, the Friday card. So I want to say have a happy Thursday, and I will talk to you tomorrow at 9. Until then, I love you and care about you, and believe all of these words that I say about you. And I see it manifest. I see it manifest in the lives of the people around me who are consistently just crushing life. So go you. You guys are amazing. I'll talk to you tomorrow, 9 a.m. for the wake-up call. Aloha from paradise.